Paleo Ken here. As you know, I've been spending a lot of time quarrying rock, and I really have to get busy on spalling it out and bifacing it. So, thought I would do a video, quick video here. I don't know if it's going to rain here or not or whatever, but I thought I'd do a video. Just see if I can get a couple of decent flakes off of this here, and then maybe at some point in the future I'll actually do something like make a point or something. It seems like all I do is spall rock, but okay, so I'm going to bring you down here. This is a West Texas chert. I like to call it Bluff Creek chert. It's a grayish chert, really smooth, glossy, high quality stuff. Hard to find that's not cracked up or has concrete in it. But let's put you all down here and see how that's gonna work. That looks like that's gonna work. So right here you can see there's a crack. I would like to remove this area here. There's also a real fine hairline crack that runs from here to here. So I don't know. I may just hit it and see what happens. So hit it in this direction here. Like that. And it broke right where I figured it would. But, well, looks like I'll get a point out of that. That's nice. Oh, but this is what I'm talking about when this grayish white stuff here, that stuff is like concrete, and often that'll be a void there, and that void will be filled with crystals and such. But it appears that we probably have a good solid piece here. So let's break into it. I'm kind of thinking now that I want to remove this here because I'm going to want to end up with a biface from this area here. So let's see. This, we may have a good angle right here to drive a flake down this way, and then we can flip it over and drive a flake this way, then work towards this. And I could be wrong too, but I think I'm right on this, so we'll just go ahead. Yeah. There we go. That'll make a nice point. Let's bring this up a little more. Okay. Well, make a small point. There we go. That's more in line with what I was attempting to achieve. Not as large as what I wanted it, but it's going to do. This will make a pretty decent point. So I've already got some decent material out of this. a decent blade there. Go a little smaller. There we go. These smaller flakes make very, very sharp blades as well. Small arrowheads. Okay. Let's see if we can get rid of that area there. We're doing pretty good. We've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3. 3 large spalls that would be able to get a decent biface out of. Arrowhead, dark point. Pretty fortunate. This piece is pretty solid, despite those couple of cracks in the beginning. That would make a nice small arrowhead. That's a nice arrowhead flake right there. So we're getting quite a few. Getting quite a few. What I'm trying to do is bring this platform up higher to even this out, because remember this bulb here, it was pretty bulbous. It was a bulbous bulb. So we're going to try to even this out, and then we can use this for larger blade, larger biface. You see how we're now raising that up a little bit. We got concrete here we need to get rid of. It doesn't look like there's a lot there, but obviously there's enough to really put a damper, a real crimp in your style. Wasn't a whole lot of concrete in there, but I got a good, real nice ball for an arrowhead. So yeah, that stopped short right there and hinged out. We got it pretty much fixed. Just like that. Okay, so now we have a real decent, solid piece of stone to work with. We're also removing very small blades. These can be used for drills. As we go. All right. Perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better strike than that. Lowered that platform very nicely. Okay. Yeah, kind of jack that up. Kind of thinking I want to nap to this side. The stone seems to be, it seems to be fairly homogeneous throughout, so maybe it doesn't matter. See if I can strike a good enough blow to remove that. And we did. Becoming more and more of a biface. Missed again. Becoming flatter. We're doing good. So my goal here is just a short video, kind of get out of the house, get out here before it rains if it's going to rain. So just make this easier to work a little bit, and I think that's going to be it. Oh, we still have a large chunk here, that first piece that broke off, but this is what we got so far. Okay. Things that we can make things out of. Let's see here. I could make a drill out of that. Maybe a bird point. Maybe a bird point. Certainly a bird point. All right. And a nice back knife. So here we are. First up is, of course, the main character of this play. Nice nice biface, Cory blank. That would be called a Cory blank. Additionally, we have some raw flakes that other tools and arrowheads can be made from. Here's a real excellent example of a good, let's take these gloves off. Here's a good example of a good flake that an arrowhead can be made of. Already fairly thin, straight. This has a little curve to it, but you can remove that curve. Then you have all this area here. There's a lot of meat on that flake. You can make a nice point out of that. Here's another one, a little oddly shaped, but knock that off and you have this whole area here to monkey with. There's another decent flake for an arrowhead. I don't like to nap arrowheads out of these right away. I use these as tools, whether to cut meat or doing woodworking, and then I make it into a point. There's another one. All of that from that one stone. This will make just a real nice point. There's a crack right there, appears to be, but I don't think it's going to be serious. Could even make this into a drill or a graver. This would make a good graver. Very sharp. I find these quite frequently in Indian camps. These have been worked into graver tips. So, and then another backed knife. You can see how sharp that is. But yeah, you can use that to cut things with. Okay, all right. So 17 minutes, not too bad. We got through a pretty decent sized nodule of West Texas chert. We got a nice Cory blank and several workable flakes. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. This is PaleoCan out.